The vibrations rattled through the stage under her feet and into her muscles as Quinn belted out one of her karaoke faves. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Sure, she was no Bono, but the lyrics shifted something in her every time she sang them. If there was a time in his life when even the legendary Irish singer Bono didn't know what the hell he was doing, she wasn't going to hold it against herself that she still hadn't found what she was looking for either. Or at least she'd try. Things like that were easier in theory than practice. Clutching the microphone in both hands, her gaze skimmed the bar. She didn't need the lyrics on the screen. Not for U2, not for Heart, Alana, Madonna, Roxette, or Stevie. She sang them all with reckless abandon. Tuesday nights were only ever busy in Puck's because of karaoke. And while the place wasn't exactly booming, she had a modest audience of drunken freshmen who sang along with her. One guy even held up a unlit lighter, swaying in his chair while yelling that he loved her and wanted her to have his babies. Flattering though he was, she didn't date younger men. In fact, she hadn't dated anyone in a long time, something she thought might change with each passing Tuesday. Surely she'd find someone compatible at some point, right? If Clary Fairchild managed to find Jace, Alec, and Izzy all at the same time outside a bar in the very first episode of Shadowhunters, there had to be some point in time where Quinn would meet a regular guy. She didn't even need for him to be a hot Shadowhunter kicking demon ass on the regular. Just an everyday guy who wasn't a douchebag. She wasn't asking for much. At least, she didn't think so. Just someone who perhaps enjoyed karaoke, sci-fi, an occasional game of Mario Kart, and who could carry a conversation beyond nice tits and sending dick pics so she knew what he was equipped with and where he wanted to put it. Why did guys think dick pics were hot? Jen the bartender held up a glass, offering a refill when she made eye contact, and Quinn nodded. She'd been singing Tuesday night karaoke in Puck's for just over a year, and as she stared down her sophomore year at the University of Minnesota, she knew that wouldn't change anytime soon. It was her happy place. Two women sat at the end of the bar drinking pink cocktails from tall glasses with orange slices hanging on the rims. They made come-to-bed eyes at a guy slouched over a half-full glass of something golden. If there had been ice cubes in the tumbler in front of him, they'd long since melted. His hair was mussed from running his fingers through it, and the collar of his shirt was open and tugged to the side. He turned toward the two chatting women, giving Quinn a perfect line of sight to his face. Frozen in place, goosebumps crept along her skin. William Morrison. Will, team captain of the Minnesota Snow Pirates. Former captain. 5 feet 11 inches. The vibrations rattled through the stage under her feet and into her muscles as Quinn belted out one of her karaoke faves. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Sure, she was no Bono,